Hey guys, I hope you all have a great week so far. This week we were supposed to do a book from the Coretta Scott King Award list. And this is the book that I chose, The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. I'm sure I didn't say that right. The only illustration in the book is this title, the cover page, which is of a kid in a basketball uniform holding a basketball made of words and poetry. And that's perfect for this novel because it is about a young boy who plays basketball and loves the basketball game and writes poetry or verses, and that's how the book is presented, is in poems and in verses, and there's no chapters but just different events that kind of happen and introductions and things that happen throughout the book that the main character Josh explains through his poetry and raps that he creates. This is probably the simpler book that I've read for one of these in a while. Really easy to follow with the theme of family and how important family is, and we have to cherish each other because you never know when your last day or your last moment with your family member is going to be. The main characters in this book are Josh and J.B. Bell with their parents. With Crystal and Chuck are their parents. Chuck was a pretty prominent basketball player back in his day, and Josh is trying to emulate his father with the same style of clothes that he wears, same hairstyle, and just attitude towards the game of basketball and life. And JB's the brother that's kind of like, I'm good at basketball and it's all right. And throughout the story, he kind of fades away from his dad and his brother by getting a girlfriend and not really spending time with his family anymore. So he kind of edges out of the family. But this really upsets Josh, so he makes a bet with his brother that he can't beat him, and if JB wins, he can cut off some of his dreadlocks that he really treasures. So JB was like, okay, whatever, so I'll play you. And Josh loses, so he gets some of his dreadlocks cut off. Well, that didn't go over well because then he had to shave his head, and they were in a basketball game, and Josh threw the ball at JB and gave him a bloody nose, and they just were in a huge fight. And throughout the rest of the story, JB kind of gives Josh the cold shoulder, and the dad, Chuck, throughout the story, and he's going through health problems, and the kids don't really know how serious it is until he has like his first mini heart attack. And he's having nosebleeds and coughing fits and things like that. So the story kind of continues with the different feelings that Josh is having. And then all of a sudden, Dad finally ultimately succumbs to a big heart attack, and it goes through, the funeral and all of the things like that. And then it ends with everyone kind of reconciling and coming together and realizing, this is my family, this is really important, and we need to take care of each other and be there for each other. So that was the book. This is the first page, and I always want to show or share. It's kind of interesting. The whole book is like this, so it's really easy to follow, and it's a really good read for those who struggle reading because it's fun and it has a lot of rhyming and a lot of different sentence structures and things like that. So it's really fun and easy to read, and I would recommend this book for anyone that struggles to read, just because it is easy, it's fun, it's easy to relate to, and it has all of these difficult things in a book that you need to know how to do in order to read it and understand it, but it's not complicated, if you will. The genre is fiction and it's poetry. It's 237 pages long. And I think a good grade level for this would be 6th through 8th grade, or older kids if they're at a lower reading level. So like I said, the theme of the book is about family and how important it is, and how important it is to embrace your passions. So I would kind of want to feed off that for my strategy or activity would be to have kids, write poetry or, recall a memory that they really cherish with their family and write a poem about it and then present it on like their favorite object like it is here in the title on the cover page. So I basically want to recreate the cover page with students, and then they would present their projects in order to help with their social skills and their creativity and that type of thing, in the hopes that you'd get some pretty awesome poetry. So that's The Crossover by Kwame Alexander.